Grass that's not maintained throughout the year can cause major problems later. It also can be costly. But most of all, an unkempt lawn will waste huge amounts of water. Mowing, fertilizing, and aerating are water-smart choices if you want to keep healthy grass in our dry climate. Mowing your lawn properly can make all the difference when it comes to your yard's appearance and health. Remember these tips to keep turf looking its best. Mow regularly, don't cut grass too short, and leave your clippings behind. The ideal time to cut grass is when blade height reaches 2.5 to 3 inches. Cutting sooner can shock the grass and impair healthy growth. A general rule of thumb is to cut higher in the summer than in the spring and fall. Adjust your mower height so that you never cut more than 1/3 off the top. This will allow your lawn to have a larger and deeper root system, a stronger defense against weeds, diseases, and drought.
There's several turf types that grow here in Las Vegas. Fescue for one. Fescue I would keep at 2.5 to 3 inches. Remember, whatever happens on the top is going to affect the root zone. So by keeping it a little bit longer, you'll have a nice healthy root zone where it can take the stresses of the summer and the cool winter nights. Bermuda grass you can keep at 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches. But remember, in the fall, Bermuda grass is going to go dormant. So I would recommend keeping it shorter. Keeping it at that 3/4 inch length, you'll reduce your water use, the use of pesticides and fertilizers, and you'll have a healthier lawn in the spring.
When you're done mowing, leave your clippings behind. This will save valuable time and water. Not to mention recycled nutrients from the clippings could save about 20% of your annual fertilizer costs. Fresh grass clippings contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, a perfect blend of ingredients for a healthy lawn. The next step to maintaining a healthy landscape this fall is to use fertilizer. Fertilizer improves the quality of your lawn, root growth, and color. It also builds cold resistance into your grass. Ideally, you should fertilize 4 times a year. Use the holiday schedule to keep track of when you fertilize: Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and Veterans Day. Fertilizing around those holidays will get your lawn through the entire year.
Look for a balanced fertilizer. In other words, on the front of a fertilizer bag, you'll see 3 numbers. Those numbers represent nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. Look for equal numbers. For example, a 999 or 15-15-15. Those are great fertilizers for the whole yard. You can use them on your flowers, your shrubs, and your turf. When apply in small amounts. More is not necessarily better when applying fertilizer.
The final step in lawn care is aeration. Aerating grass boosts water penetration, which reduces runoff and helps water and fertilizer nutrients get down to the roots. Aerating is done by punching holes in the soil. Aerate at least twice a year, once in the fall and again in spring.
Our grounds, particularly here in southern Nevada, become very, very compacted and very difficult for the water to penetrate and even air to move easily up and down through the layers. Using an aerator helps pull some of that compacted soil out and allows a better mixture of both the air and vapors as well as the water to get in and out of the soil. With the manual aerator, you simply step on it and it'll push a spike into the ground about 3 inches, which is the minimum depth of what you want to go in to have it really have any effect. You won't get much of a cord that pulls back out, but you will at least create some air pockets. And you have to try to do that in 3 to 6 inches apart each hole. A core aerator that you can rent is a machine that will pull a 3-inch plug out with about a 1/2 inch diameter. Those plugs just come out of the ground and stay right on the surface. They'll break down. As you mow over the top of it, they move back into the soil and do exactly what they need to do. It's good to have your ground prepped in advance if it has not been aerated by wetting it down for a couple of days previous and making sure that it'll be easier to pass through.
Our tough desert climate can create challenges to keeping a healthy lawn, but it can be done if you use these water-smart maintenance tips. For more information about how to maintain a water-efficient yard, visit snwa.com and search Landscape Maintenance Tips.